Movements is the name of my thing. You can't tell me who.
Let's be clear, there are no foreigners on earth. Everyone is welcome.
You're listening to Utu Harakati Sessions with Professor Juicy.
No foreigners on
Utu
earth.
Harakati. Utu Harakati.
No foreigners on earth.
This is Dub Revolution, music to rock nation.
Hello people, welcome to the 15th and I'm sad to say last of the Utu Harakati sessions with your root selector, Professor Juicy. And appropriately starting us off, we've got a dub from the classic Wailers Lee Perry Sessions 1970, Cornerstone Dub. Lovely pared down early Perry production that. Let's stick in the 60s and 70s and go back to 1966 and the Soul Brothers with this track from Studio One, Mr. Flint. Soul Brothers were one of the key studio bands of the 60s at Studio One. A lot of the musicians were also in other key bands like Sound Dimension later on. Let's go back a little bit from rocksteady to ska and go back to the Scatolites with a track called Collie Bud, produced by Vincent and Randy Chin in '65. Playing a Scatolites track always feels like going back to the source. So many of the Scatolite musicians turned out to be the key musicians of the early reggae period, with groups like Sound Dimension, Soul Brothers, Soul Vendors and others. I'm talking about people like Tommy McCook, Roland Alfonso, Jackie Matu and Cedric Brooks. Let's go now one decade ahead and go to the kind of dominant musicians and producers of the following decade. I'm talking about Bunny Lee, King Tubby and Horace Andy. This track is called Better Collie.
Coming from the hills with me action from the head, I see one trade in my smoke and sleep, say that the best. In a this land, say that the best. I see him with the trade, take off me actions off of me head, it a the hurricane. Yes, I know it a the hurricane. Oh, shut your mouth, not to be last trip. This a Halloween, we go straight to your head, it a the hurricane. It will lick you down, it a the hurricane. It will get you red, it a the hurricane. It will get you high, not to dread. This a Kali, a better Kali, than for you Kali. This a Kali, a better Kali, than for you Kali. It a the hurricane and the garden are the greatest in a this land, yeah. Coming from the hills with me action from the head, I see one trade in my smoke and split, say that the best in a this land, it a the best. I see deal with the trade, take off me actions off of me head, it a the hurricane. Yes, I know it a the hurricane. Or shop your mouth, not to be last cliff. This a Cali we go straight to your head. It a the hurricane. It will lick you down. It a the hurricane. It will get you red. It a the hurricane. It will get you high, not to dread. This a Cali, a better Cali than for you Cali. This a Cali, a better Cali than for you Cali.
Let's have the dub. It's called Better Dub. It's King Tubby and the Aggravators.
Let's be clear. They are known for innovation.
This a Cali, a better Cali than for you Cali. This a Cali, a better Cali than for you Cali. Coming from the hills with me action from the head. I see one trade in my smoke and split, say that the best. My smoke and split, say that the best.
Alright, I think King Tubby's warmed us up to being ready to drop the big rhythm I want to focus on in this last session, the Take 5 rhythm. And we're going to start with a track by Cornel Campbell called Money, which came out on his 1983 LP, which was recorded and produced at Channel 1.
The rich man's crying for money, the poor man's crying for money, but leave some for me. Oh yeah, honey, I want you to be my honey, but I know it will cost me some money to make the mirror. Oh yeah, 'cause so very funny if you don't some money to fill my joy. Oh yeah, money. When I have my own money, no one can take no liberty. Ah, no one at all. Oh, honey, I want But I wish to my God to let me have some to fill my joy. Whoa, oh, money, da, 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 money. I want to have some money, 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 money. I say I'd love to have some money. My God, I'd love to have my pocket full of money. Whoa, money. No, we can't do without money.
This 45 I'm playing it from has Errol Thompson on the credit, but as we're going to see, loads of other big producers have played around with this rhythm track.
Money. The rich man is crying for money. I said the poor is crying for money. But leave some for me. I'd like to have some to fill my good joy. Whoa, it's not my idol, but I wish to my God.
Right, we're going back a couple of years now to the late 70s and to Aquarius Studios. That's Herman Chin Loy's outfit, which was responsible for a lot of the great early dub of that period. This version's called Breaking Dub, and it's got Sound Syndicate on the credits. I'm playing this from a compilation called Aquarius Sounds, dubbing at Aquarius Studios 77 to 79. And it's a great compilation, and I think it plays testament to what I've said before, which is the influence of Chinese Jamaicans of Chinese origin in the development of reggae and dub in the 60s and 70s. We can point to people like Clive Chin, and of course Vincent Randy's Chin, who owned Randy's studio, where so much of the great reggae was being recorded in the early 70s. Herman Chin Loy joins that list and rightfully has a place amongst the great dub producers of the 70s. The theme of the Utu Harakati sessions this year has been all about human movement and mobility and creativity. And I think this rhythm track, the way it's moved and endured and the way in which people of very diverse origins have been involved in doing stuff with it, is testament to that theme. Right, we're going to carry on with this big rhythm a little bit longer. Next up is Horace Andy and Tapazuki from 78. This Must Be Hell.
Lord, Lord. Lord, this must be hell. Though there's no peace amongst mankind. Lord, this must be hell. 'Cause there's no peace amongst mankind. Yet there are saying that they are righteous, but I know when you come, Lord, we all will know. Yes, I know, dear God, when you come, we will all know the good from the bad. Lord, this must be hell, 'cause there's no peace on earth. I said, Lord, this must be hell, 'cause there's no peace down here on earth. Love is the best thing Jah has given us. If we live by it, we will always be out of sin. Love is the best thing in life. If we live by it, we will always be pure, so pure. Love, love, love. Oh, yeah. Love, love. I know when you love, we all know the good from the bad. The righteous will stand. Yes, I know, dear God, we will live happily amongst our young God. I know I did. Lord, Lord.
Tapazuki, the DJ cum producer, is one of my favourite dub producers of the 70s, and he's got a nice version of this called Take Must Be 5 Dub. So let's flip the record and let's play it.
Amongst mankind.
So I said that this rhythm track had travelled and endured well, so let's go to a 2022 release. This is Horace Andy with Adrian Sherwood from On You Sound from Horace Andy's Midnight Rockers album. This Must Be Hell.
Lord, this must be hell, 'cause there's no peace amongst mankind. Lord, this must be hell, 'cause there's no peace amongst mankind. Yet they are saying that they are righteous, but I know when you come, we all will know. Yes, I know, dear John, when you come, oh yeah, we will all know the good from the bad. Lord, this must be hell, 'cause there's no peace down here on earth. I say, Lord, this must be hell, 'cause there's no peace down here on earth. Love is the best thing Jah has given us. If we live by it, we will be out of sin. Love is the best thing. If we live by it, we will always be pure, so pure. Love with me, oh yeah. As the man saying, love we need you, your love we need you. Yeah, oh yeah. I know when you come, Lord, we all will know the good from the bad, the righteous who will stand. Yes, I know, dear John, we will live happily in Mount Zion. Yes, I know, Lord, this must be hell, 'cause there's no peace down here on earth.
Well, given the state of the world in 2022, he's not far wrong, is he, Horace Andy? Earlier in the year, when I first played a couple of tracks from this new album, I said I was hoping there would be a dub version of the album. Well, there is. It came out in September. It's called Midnight Scorchers, and it's got a dub version of this track called Hell and Back. So let's drop it.
I wado them, them. I wado them, them. I'm in no oh, I'm in no oh. Me no oh, I'm in no oh. Me say me love a fi me virgin girl. Me say me love a fi me virgin girl. Jana oh, me really love her so. Jana oh, me really love her so. Me love to see her when she walk and pose. Fancy rose to match her clothes. Jana ho, be me virgin girl. Jana ho, be me virgin.
Both those albums, Midnight Rockers and Midnight Scorchers by Rose Andy, are well worth getting. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Right, we moved on to a track from 1983. This is Ika Mouse with Wadu Dem, and we're going to follow it up with a reversion. This is another track that's been reworked many times.
I'm in no oh, I'm in no oh oh, I'm in no. Biddy mini bang gang, giddy bang gang, giddy men. Biddy mini bang gang, giddy bang gang, giddy men. Bandit in buckling, giddy men, then giddy men, then. Giddy buckling, giddy men, then giddy men, then. The two away a walk and the two away a talk. She a wear roach and a me a wear clock. We hug up and pass in a sunshade glass. And little after that we gonna Kingston Park. Hey, whole heap of people just a talk to laugh. She too short and a me too tall. She too short and a me too tall. Hey, wado them a wado them. Hey, wado them a wado them. Come in on the oh. Me no know oh oh, I'm in no oh, I'm in no oh. Me say me love a fi me virgin girl. Me say me love a fi me virgin girl. Jana ho, me really love her so. Jana ho, me really love her so. Me love to see her when she walk and pose. Fancy rose to match her clothes. Jana ho, be me virgin girl. Jana ho, I be me virgin girl. Me love to see her when her ear full of curl. Anywhere she go, people love her in the world. She don't worship diamond, she don't worship pearl. Jana ho, I be me virgin girl. I wear da den. I wado them. Come in on the oh, come in on no oh. No oh, I'm in no oh. We take a walk to a Kingston Mall. Whole heap of people just a start to laugh because I say too short and I me too tall. She too short and a me too tall. Hey, what do them, what do them. What do them, what do them. Come in no me no know, me no know, me no know, me no know. Bini bini gang gang, giddy men. Get him up, going, get him in, then get him on, dun. Get him up, going, get him in, then get him in, then. The two away a walk and the two away a talk. She away roach and a me a wear glass. We hug up and pass in a sunshade glass. And little after that we gonna Kingston Park. Holy pop people just a start to laugh. Me say that she too short and a me too tall. She too short and a me too tall. Hey, what do them, what do them. What do them, what do them. Come in no. What do them, them. What do them, I'm in no.
Nice pared down dub this.
You're listening to Utu Harakati with Professor Juicy.
I said there are many versions of this, but I'm not going to play any more now because I want to move over to Joe Gibbs and Errol Thompson, the Mighty Two, with a production by Prince Allah called Nah Goa Them Funeral. I've played this before, but I recently got the 7-inch, which has a really nice Errol Thompson dub on the other side, so let's play that. Many listeners are going to recognize some of these lyrics because they're very similar to a Peter Tosh stroke the Wailers song called Burial. I don't think that they were copies of each other. What I think is that they were both tapping into a particular Rasta belief that has to do with celebrating life and avoiding funerals and anything to do with death. But this is a classic Mighty 2 Joe Gibbs and Errol Thompson production, and that's even clearer when we switch to the dub in just a moment.
There are no words. You listen to
Okay, people, we've come to the end of the session and we've come to the end of the Utu Harakati sessions. And fittingly, we're returning back to where we started with a Libre dub production of a classic Wailers track, 400 Years. We've covered a lot of ground in this session, as I try and do in many of our sessions, covering some of the classic old stuff and seeing what's endured and what's changed as we move to more recent productions. The Utu Harakati sessions have been all about celebrating movement, mobility and the creativity that comes from that, and about pushing back against the forces that exist that will keep us in place, keep us fixed in categories or in geographies. I hope you've enjoyed listening as much as I have putting these sessions together. I'm already working on a new series for 2023, so watch this space. But in the meantime, keep moving, keep positive. One people, one world, one life.
You read me loud and clear.
Movement is the name of my being. You can't tell me who.
Let's be clear, there are no foreigners allowed. Everyone is welcome.
You're listening to Utu Harakati Sessions with Professor Juicy.
No foreigners
Utu
allowed.
Harakati. Utu Harakati.
No foreigners allowed.